In the heart of Bekwai Municipal, in the Ashanti region, lies a quiet but resilient community, Kyekyewere-Betinko. It is a home to hard-working people, rich cultural heritage, and untapped potential. Families live closely and agriculture drives the economy. The spirit of the people here reflects endurance, collaboration, and hope. With support and the right investments, this community could be transformed. There is availability of high labor force, active youth, and large stretches of cultivable land. From our field data, more than 60% of the population are below age 30. This means it's a youthful population. If empowered, in addition to the good, strong and reliable local governance, can contribute to local development. Based on our intensive engagement with the elders, stakeholders, and the community at large, the critical developmental challenges facing the community include poor condition of its road, deplorable state of their JHS, and poor telecommunication network. Concerning the road, elders of the community expressed their desire for good and all-season access road in the community. Speaking with the Kyekyewere, who is the first in command after the chief.
Community center no ka ebeboa ye kwambi so nanso ye kwa no ehu hia ye pi sentini se ekwa no yeyi a community center ye si a eno ntimi ma ye kwani aba no ntimi enkoso hwehwe.
He stated that although they lack community center, however, they prefer a good and all-season access road to a community center. From our observation, the road is severely eroded, bombarded with potholes, dusty during the dry season, muddy and almost impassable during the rainy season. Speaking with the chief of the community, he stated that lack of health facility or health personnel in the community already place residents at a vulnerable state or a condition. And in case of emergencies, ambulances usually delay or refuse to attend to them at all, and that risks their lives due to the poor condition of the road. According to the Jasihin, although they are good producers of palm fruits, palm oil, and other agricultural produce, yet traders or buyers are not willing to patronize them, even if they manage to. Finding vehicles to convey it to the market center is a problem due to the poor state of the road. Based on our research, we were told there was a native who currently resides in the city who usually fill the road with gravel annually, but for some time now, they haven't heard from him. In countless discussions and events, their political leaders kept on promising them, but all of these remain talking shop. The community is willing and ready to join hands together with anyone who wishes to come to their aid to rehabilitate its 2.6 kilometers road with their available high labor force. We therefore, as students from University for Development Studies, and on the other hand, as members of Kyekyewere-Betinko, call upon the Ministry of Roads and Highways, Bekwai Municipal Assembly, and anyone in the capacity to come to the aid of Kyekyewere-Betinko to rehabilitate its 2.6 kilometers access road to Bekwai, so that the community will also have access to a safe, reliable, and all-season access road like this. Concerning education in Kyekyewere-Betinko, the community has primary and JHS only. However, the JHS block is at a very deplorable state. From lack of furniture, poor and life-threatening infrastructures, and above all, is at the same site with the community center. With the above mentioned, teaching and learning is detrimentally affected. Based on our survey, most people complete their primary education, but moving to the JHS, the number of people drastically reduced Due to the poor state of their JHS block, they either prefer to seek JHS education elsewhere or drop out. Speaking with the junior high school headmaster, he lamented how these problems affect their teaching and learning.
When I was saying, I came here as a primary teacher. Okay. The cemetery was not here. Even the one out there, that place was the place they call. But soon, you can look at this our back here. They have been building this thing, they are called and you don't have to really see because you don't come from this place. You just come here to work. After work, you go away. So the problem still persists. Okay.
So what are the infrastructure here? Because the last time we saw certain classes that were somehow the roofing was destroyed and some of the buildings
as my good friend will say, you can see for your perusa, the place is still unchanged. As you came to meeting, it is still okay.
With all the potentials possessed by Kyekyewere-Betinko are rooted to proper communication in order to realize the desired development in this modern world. Imagine living in a community, waking up one day without a single phone call, internet connectivity, or social media. One will feel like the world is coming to an end. This is the sad story of Kyekyewere-Betinko as far as network coverage is concerned. Lack of cell tower in the community makes access to stable network signals difficult. This forces residents to move to unsafe locations such as the cemetery in search of stable network signals. Speaking with the unit committee chairman of the community,
I have a bush and Chelsea baby jina no open network. As one am say I ga kre na obijina obitmenya network ntino ntino ya eta baby jina hanum but I just save senka wo say obijina hanum na yede ye pe network no hanum say ka senka wo o dem kra na network ntimi flow na so unya access na on second network.
As a result, this creates a relationship gap between residents of these community members and their relatives who stays away from the community. We hereby recommend Kyekyewere-Betinko to network service providers such as MTN, Telecel, Tigo, etc., and the government through Ministry of Communication. Palm is the main cultivated crop in Kyekyewere-Betinko, and as we all know, non-arable crops including palm requires nursery before transplanting it to the main field. Farmers usually or often collect soil from open areas to raise the seedlings at home, and these acts unintentionally contribute to soil erosion. Throughout our stay in the community, we have observed palm fiber, locally called methane. It's usually discarded after palm oil processing. As students, we kept on asking ourselves, what can we do with the discarded palm fiber, and how do we prevent soil erosion as a result of the consistent fetching of soil for raising of the seedlings? Since there are availability of poultry farm, for that matter poultry manure in the community, we thought of combining manure and palm fiber to see whether we can get a new medium of raising seedlings.
So this is loamy soil. So we are going to mix the loamy soil with the fiber, with the palm fiber, and we'll mix it with the manure. This is poultry manure. So we are going to mix it.
After monitoring the setup for about a week, there wasn't any germination for the combination of manure and palm fiber without decomposing it. We then used a decomposed manure mixed with fiber that were kept for about a week to two, and with this, we have observed germination within the 3 days when we sowed tomatoes and pepper. After testing it successfully, we trained farmers on how to prepare and use it. They welcomed the idea and expressed their interest in applying it moving forward.
Black soil and as loamy soil na dey seedling no ehun odin ndi so mode am abetire say disu ne ya ebeboa ya ma yetimi no man timi anyim ntem cause no ma miensa na ya combine together.
Beyond the challenges we've addressed, our team also identified another pressing issue. Farmers in Kyekyewere-Betinko faces difficulties in drying crops such as cocoa due to unpredictable weather. Poor drying of crops often leads to growing of molds, reducing quality of produce, and generating low income for farmers. To tackle this, we propose a solar hybrid dryer which will use sunlight when available for fast drying and switch to biomass heating when the sun is absent. This will keep the process continuous, reducing post-harvest losses and preserving the product quality. Although this project has not yet been implemented in the community, it is a realistic and practical step forward. With support of funding, it can help develop to benefit farmers in Kyekyewere-Betinko and strengthening the local livelihoods. Kyekyewere-Betinko has 4 boreholes, with one being mechanized. During our stay in the community, we've observed that the control board of the mechanized borehole were at fault. Due to this, there's always water wastage because it doesn't cut off when the pollutant gets filled up. Our team raised funds and procured a new water control board. Our time in Kyekyewere-Betinko has strengthened our practical knowledge and tested our teamwork. It reminds us that education is not just a pathway to getting a job, but it's a tool to lead to change, influence others to build practical solutions to developmental challenges through listening, observing, and interacting with diverse people. As part of showing our gratitude and appreciation to the elders, stakeholders, and the community at large for their benevolence, cooperation, and support throughout our stay in Kyekyewere-Betinko, we presented a smoke to the chief, not just as a mere gift, but a symbol of cultural heritage.